Good afternoon. The chilly weather continues today, and then we're watching that potential weekend snowstorm. In fact, let's get to that right now. Here's what we're tracking. Currently, the path continues to support what we were thinking this morning. The new information is showing us that the heaviest of the snow would be down to our south and east across the mid-Atlantic into D.C., New York City. But we at least look like we'll get some accumulation. But again, it's all about the path of the system. The path may change, and it could go either direction. If it goes to the north, we would actually end up with a more mixed situation with rain and snow from Providence down to the coast, which could cut down on the accumulations. However, if it changes further down to the south, that would lower the accumulations, where maybe some locations, especially northern Rhode Island, would only get a few inches, if that. So obviously a lot to still iron out with this part of the Futurecast. What we are confident with is that we'll get a lot of wind and waves, especially along the eastern coast of Massachusetts, as the center of low pressure kind of wraps up as it scoots by. So definitely a lot to watch here in the coming days. I'll talk more about the timing on all this in just a few minutes. Right now we're looking at some sunshine here in Narragansett. It's still brisk, it's still chilly. Jacket weather if you're walking along the seawall here in Narragansett. At least not quite as brutally cold as yesterday, where we had wind chills below zero at times. Right now the wind chill is a balmy 18 degrees. Winds are out of the northwest at 22 miles an hour. The rest of our temperatures showing low 20s in Westerly, 26 Providence, 26 in Smithfield, and 30 in Taunton. And these are actual temperatures, not feel-like temperatures. Westerly, the Seaside Pharmacy, showing 32 degrees with a gust of 21 miles an hour. And on the threat tracker, at least in the short term, we keep you in the low category. Notice on the satellite pictures some clouds and snow moving in from the west. But one of the reasons why there's so much uncertainty with the path of the storm is that the energy from it is still out here in Idaho, Utah, Colorado. Look how far this has to go to make it to the northeast. And when you get a storm that has to move across this much real estate, that's where you can get shifts in the track and the ultimate impact. Here's what we're thinking right now. The highest risk of 6 inches or more of snow would be from Providence down to the south coast. Again, I've seen situations where it shifts more to the north, and this entire swath also pushes to the north, and you get more of a mixed situation along the south coast. So just a lot could kind of move around here in the coming days. We urge you to stay with us on the air and download the app for your iPhone, as we'll be blogging a lot and putting a lot in our weather discussion as well. Temperature of 33 degrees today, winds out of the northwest at around 10 to 20 miles an hour. You could see along the south coast, low 30s from Charlestown into Narragansett, Hope Valley around 31 degrees, into northern Rhode Island, 29 in Burrillville, 30 in Woonsocket, 30 in Johnston, 31 in West Warwick. And in eastern Massachusetts, not too much warmer than what we're feeling right now, with 30 in Fall River, 30 in Attleboro, and 31 degrees in Seekonk. In the 7-day Futurecast, there is our quiet stretch of weather. And then on Saturday, the timing has shifted back, and that's actually what we were thinking this morning. I continue to support that idea, where most of this gets going during the day on Saturday and will continue into at least the early parts of Sunday morning, rather than a Friday night arrival, which is what I was thinking a couple of days ago. Now, as we head throughout the rest of the weekend on Sunday, if we do get the storm lingering into the morning, I would think by the late afternoon it does start to wind down. And then as we go into next week, you could see those temperatures actually trying to moderate, at least a little warmer than what we're seeing right now, and potentially some low 40s by the time we get into next Tuesday. As I just mentioned, you want to download the app, and also Tony is looking at more data this afternoon. He'll have an updated Futurecast tonight starting live at 5. But, you know, we've been talking about how far away the storm is. Right. That's why you want to stay with us, as we'll obviously be updating things.
That's right, on air and online. Thanks, Pete. Up next on Eyewitness News at noon, a look at what's coming up tonight at 5. Caught on camera, mom fights back.